Early December, there was the announcement that some of Belize's law enforcement officers would be taking part in the Baker to Vegas Relay, an international event that has been taking place for the last 32 years. Love News has been following this initiative from the start and had brought to you stories on their struggles in getting the necessary funds to take part in this event, to their daily workout routines and elimination process in selecting the top 25 performers. The team, dubbed the Belize Protectors, left the country last week with 20 participants, including 5 females, as well as 5 alternates. The delegation returned this morning with much to report on, as their performance exceeded even their very own expectations. Love News spoke with team captain David Jones.
As the head of this delegation and the captain of this team, it is a very proud moment for me. And I must say I'm very proud of the security forces of Belize. They have made me proud, and they have made Belize proud. And they should be congratulated for the efforts that they put in. It was a very difficult race. It was a very challenging experience, a challenging race. But they put in the dedication, they put in the hard work, and the success today are the fruits of their labor. Excellent job by these guys, and I'm proud to have been a part of this team for the first time. Belize have been invited, and we've made history. We just entered, and we came in first on this race.
Of the runners who took part in the event, we spoke with 3 of them as they relayed to us their emotions and impressions on the trip and the actual competition.
It was very wonderful. We had a lot of fun. We went there. We did what we had to do. We were in the spirit of competition. We said we would try our best. We are not used to a humid weather nor a cold weather, and it's high. So the terrain is very high. So we did have a lot of challenge because our throats burned when we ran.
It was very awesome, first time opportunity for Belize. When we got there, nobody really knew what to expect because of the amount of people. We didn't even know the amount of teams that were running exactly. But we knew that we were number 259 representing the country of Belize. So we know we had the support of the nation behind us, so we just went out there to do what we had to do. I do believe that the training efforts that we put in definitely paid off. Like I told people, heat, rain, cold, we were out there putting in our work, jamming our legs. Sometimes we would go home tired. I would sleep all afternoon being so drained out.
Pressure was on me because I had to take the lead for my team, like being the first leg. And at the starting line when we start, a lot of cameras, a lot of people. So the race, when the gun went off, I run, and I didn't look back for nothing. And about the last mile of the race, when I did look back, I didn't see nobody. So when I reached in, I reached about nearly a mile ahead of them. So that gave our team a good lead. And I'm proud of my team because they keep the lead and they open the lead more.
As it relates to the race that took the runners from Baker, California to Las Vegas, team captain Jones says they were ahead from the start and they kept up that momentum to the very end.
Individually, each of our athletes did extremely well in every leg. From the first leg, we started in a group that had about 30 teams, and when they reached the first line, our runner was in front of everybody by about 3 minutes. They left the pack behind, and from there the handoff was just smooth transition. Everybody was so motivated. As soon as they got the baton, the energy was there. You see them take off with the baton and just heading across the desert with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy.
In terms of room for improvement, we only trained 6 months when we brought this. Next time around, we get a good 12-month program, we can do much better. So given the fact that we had to do it in a rush manner, I think we have done exceptionally well. The proper planning, sufficient money, sufficient support, only God knows what we can do.
Each of them gave their all. I think with familiarity with that terrain, they could have done much better, and I expect them to do greater things the next time.
Were there any medical conditions that you had to deal with?
Nothing major for none of the runners who actually started the leg. We had one young man, he came up with a fever, so we had to withdraw him. He was one of our fast guys, and I had to confine him. And then one of the young ladies, but she was an alternate, she started with a mild asthma attack, so we had to keep her out. And a third young lady, she had a muscle strain, so we kept her out and substituted. But the substitution, the alternates were as good as those who would have started.
That's what the experience have given us, where we now see where we are competing, we understand the climate, we understand what the terrain is about, and so we can strategize and make it even better for next year, for March 2017.
While the Belizean diaspora living in those parts of the U.S. did not come out in full support for this year's event, the Belize delegation and our country did get much recognition and a promise to have even greater support and fanfare from the Belizeans living in the U.S. come 2017.
Everybody was astonished when they saw us, especially when they found out how we place. People were like, next year we're going to bring out our whole support group. People across from LA, across from different parts of the states, will say that next year definitely they will bring out their support crew with their Belize flag and be waving it in cheer for us.
What also assisted us was the support we had along the way, because a lot of people were along the road supporting the runners, and when they saw the name Belize, everybody started shouting Belize, Belize, Belize. So that made us very proud to see so many Americans and other nationals who were there found out about what Belize was, and they said, wow, that team from Belize is fast, look at them. And we got very famous in Las Vegas because of our performance on this race. It was great to go there and achieve that, and more importantly was the recognition that you get internationally, because it is an international race. When we started passing the flags, especially from Canada, and the guys felt proud because that's a first world country, and our runners were passing their guys, and all those American teams that are out there, and these guys passing them, and the American came back to us and said, guys, you guys are great. You guys are excellent. Good to have met you guys. Great that you came here to be part of us, and we are proud of you.
From we left, we were getting good treatment, because the Belizean outside was very, very proud. And they say next year, they make sure every Belizean that live in the United States come out and watch us.
2016 marks the first time that a country from this region has taken part in the event. Belize placed first in the mixed category while placing sixth in the overall event out of 269 teams. In the 32 years since the race has been in existence, Belize now ranks as being the 15th fastest team to perform over the last 3 decades. The annual Challenge Cup Baker to Vegas relay started in 1985 with 19 teams. To date, there are over 250 teams participating from around the world. Reporting for Love News, I am Renee Trujillo.